Right, we're going to is the recording started? Yeah, we're going to start with example 13. Okay, this is Manisha's question. Example 13 says BL and CM are medians of triangle ABC. There is a triangle ABC. A is the right angle. Okay, and BL and CM are medians of this right triangle. Okay, so let's write what's given into proof. Given is BL and CM are medians of triangle ABC, and the other thing that's given is angle A is equal to 90 degree. You can write angle A is equal to 90 degree, or you can write ABC is right angled at A. Next thing is to prove. To prove is an interesting thing. In this exercise, we're seeing a lot of such questions where you have some square plus some square is equal to something something. Okay, a lot of such questions are there in this exercise, in this example. I'm going to begin with that. Yeah. Now, so just by looking at this question, I'm seeing there's a BL square, there's a CM square. So I'm thinking BL square, can I do something with it? Okay. And I can see that BL square is a part of this right triangle, is a part of this right triangle. So I'm going to directly jump into that right triangle. Same way CM square is a part of this right triangle. Okay. So I'm just going to jump into that and to like attack this question. Okay. So my proof is all right. So my proof is, first I'm going to begin with, okay. First I'm going to begin with like in right triangle, which one? BLA or BAL. Okay. I have BL square is equal to AB square plus AL square. All right. AB square plus AL square. Now, see, there is an interesting thing happening here. There is a 4 here. Okay. This is an important hint. Well, I'll come to that in a bit. Okay. I'm going to leave some space and move ahead. I'll tell you what my mind is like, what this person in the book has also done and what I'm also thinking. So in right triangle CAM, okay. In right triangle CAM also, CM square is equal to AC square plus AM square. Okay, that's there. Now, if you notice very carefully, this I know that I know that BL is the median. If this is the median, then it cuts AC into two equal parts, which is AL is, so AL is like half of AC now, right? So we know now, just keeping that in mind, right? We know that AL is equal to half AC. Reason is BL is median, correct? BL is median. So I'm going to get, actually, I'm just going to write this. Let me write this a little lower. Okay. So these two things. Okay. Now I'm going to write, so I'm going to substitute this. Okay. Substitute AL is equal to half C. So I'll get BL square is equal to AB square plus, in place of AL, I'm writing half AC. Yeah. In place of this, I'm writing half AC. I'm going to get half AC the whole square. Okay. This is an important hint because there's an important hint. This 4 is an important hint on what you're supposed to do. Okay, because basically this 4 tells us that if I have some 4 in the denominator on the other side, like things will work. So and this is going to become 4 in the denominator right now. So I have BL square is equal to AB square plus, when I square it up, I get AC square by 4, and then I'm going to take I'm going to multiply both sides by 4. You can do that directly, or you can first take LCM and take 4 to the other side. I'm just multiplying both sides by 4. I get 4BL square is equal to 4AB square plus AC square. Manisha, are you okay so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is happening in right triangle BAL. Okay, same exact thing is going to happen in right triangle CAM. How is it going to happen? CM square is equal to AM square plus AC square. CM square is equal to AM square plus AC square. AM, guys, I'm doing this particular triangle. Okay, CM square is equal to AM square plus AC square. Manisha, what can you see that AM is equal to half of this full thing? Yeah, because of the median thing. Yeah, so that gives me substituting AM is equal to half of what? Half of AB, half of AB. So I get CM square is equal to half of AB the whole square plus AC square. That gives me CM square is equal to AB square by 4 plus AC square. I'm going to multiply by 4 on both sides. I'm going to get into 4. That's going to be 4 CM square. 4 CM square is equal to AB square plus AC square. That's my second equation. Now, if you see, now why did I get this? Okay, I'm getting 4 BL square here. Okay, I'm getting 4 BL square here. I'm getting 4 CM square here. When I add these two, I'm going to get 4 BL square plus CM square here. Okay, so 4 BL. So I'm going to add these two equations. Okay, adding 1 plus 2. So 4 BL square plus 4 CM square is equal to what's on the right side. I'm going to write everything on the right side as it is first. Okay, so I'm adding these two equations. 4 BL square, 4 CM square is written. These things I have to write as it is on the right side. Okay, wait, something missing here. I have to write 4 AC square. Sorry, this is 4 AC square. Yeah, I have to multiply by 4. It will become 4 AC square. Okay, so I get 4 AB square plus AC square plus 4 plus AB square plus 4 AC square. Okay, now I'm going to take whatever the like terms on the right side, I'm going to add that up. So if you see right side, these are like terms, 4AB, AB, 4AB square, AB square. So that's going to give me 5AB square. Okay, this is going to give me 5AB square. This is going to give me 5AC square plus 5AC square. Yeah, everyone okay so far? Left side, I'll just take common 4 into BL square plus CM square. Yeah, this particular exercise is full of such algebraic proofs. Yeah, like you have to just manipulate the things here and there. On the right side, you have 4 BL square. On the left side, you have 4 BL square plus CM square. Right side, you have 5 into AB square plus AC square. Okay. Now, what is this thing? AB square plus AC square. That's for that I go back to the diagram. AB square is this, AC square is this. When AB is this, AC is this. When I add these two, I'm supposed the squares of these two, I'm supposed to get this one, right? Because there's a right angle here. So I'm just going to do that. So this becomes 4 into BL square plus CM square is equal to 5 what is that? BC square. Reason you can write, since BC square is equal to AB square plus AC square by Pythagoras theorem. Okay, that gives us hence proved. Manisha, are we good? Can you
Yes,
just
sir.
justify from everyone in the chat box? Get a justify from everyone in the chat box. Just clear this whole exercise is full of proofs like this. This whole segment is full of proofs like this. That they will give like what is this square plus this square is equal to something other square plus something else square. Okay, it just is manipulation. Okay, you see what is on the left hand side, you see on the right what is on the right hand side, and you move things around. You just do the square and you move things around. Okay, that's all. Like moving ahead, example 14 is Manisha's next question. Okay, example 14. Example 14 is again very similar, Manisha, like, but I'll still do it. Okay, it's not a type of proof which we have done a lot of times, so let's do it. It's okay. Yeah, there's this the what is told is there is a O is any point inside the rectangle ABCD. Okay, O is any point inside the rectangle ABCD. Let me draw this. So this is a rectangle ABCD. Diagram is given. Okay. And O is any point inside. That's all it's given. Okay. O is any point, anywhere that point can be. Okay? It can be here, it can be here, it can be here, it can be here, anywhere you want, put that point. Okay. I'm going to put that point here. Okay. I'm going to put that point here. O is any point in the rectangle ABCD. Yeah. Inside the rectangle. So we have to draw it in the interior, not on the boundary, not outside. Yeah. Now they're saying that's all that's given. Yeah. They're saying given is this much. Given is just that O is a point inside rectangle ABCD. Obviously, one important piece of information that is given here is that ABCD is a rectangle. That's going to come in very useful. Yeah. And the next thing is to prove we have OB square. Okay, so let's join OB, OD, OA, OC. So I'm going to join OB, OA, OD, OC. Okay. OB square plus OD square. Let me write it properly. Yeah. So you have OB square plus OD square. Okay, let's mark this and see what is coming. OB square plus OD square. Achha, diagonally. Okay, is equal to OA square plus OC square. OA square plus OC square. Yeah. So let's get to the proof of this. Obviously, like if we have these squares, chapters, triangles, and this is a rectangle, so obviously there are 90 degrees involved. We have to start looking for right triangles. Yeah. But I mean, it's not going to be very clear direct, because this is a square of this, saying this is a part of this triangle, is a part of this triangle, but there's no 90 degree here anywhere. The 90 degrees is like this, the 90 degrees is like this. So right now, OA square or for OB square or for this square or for this square, I'm not finding any right triangle. Okay. So I'm going to make one right triangle. So I'm going to construct a right triangle right now by doing a small construction, by doing a small diagram. Yeah. Or drawing a small additional thing. So as the question suggests in the book, I'm going to draw PQ parallel to BC. Okay. So it's going to be like this. Draw PQ parallel to BC. This is my construction. Okay. Whenever we have constructions, like whenever you do some construction for a proof, preferably do it with dotted lines in the exam. Okay, so the examiner knows that this is not a part of what is given to you. So it's something which you have done. Okay, so draw PQ parallel to BC such that P lies on AB and Q lies on BC. That's the language the book uses. You can choose to write that. If you don't write that also, it's fine. Okay. Now what do we see? Now PQ is parallel to BC. Okay. Now we know that now I'm able to see right triangles, but I have to show that it is actually a right triangle. Okay, so just to show that, I see that BC is perpendicular. Okay, which means this is the corresponding angle, so this should also be 90 degree. We good? I drew parallel lines, right? PQ and BC were parallel lines. B was 90 degree, so angle P here will also be 90 degree. Anyone nodded a 5 in this? Can you unmute and tell me if you have a confusion, if you'd like me to explain in greater depth, or if this is good? I'm saying C is 90 degree. So corresponding angle OQD is also 90 degree. Okay. If OQD is 90 degree, automatically this is also 90 degree because of linear pair. Okay. So B is 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. And this means this is also 90 degree because of linear pair. This is 90, so this will be 90. Okay, or you can also think of it as many other explanations you can give for the same thing. Yeah, I'm going to move ahead. I'll wait for 10 seconds if anyone has a doubt so far. Why am I talking about this? Why am I talking about this like this? Because then I'm going to end up with 4 right triangles. I'm going to end up with 4 right triangles, and that's going to help me attack these 4 hypotenuses, okay, of those particular right triangles. Yeah. That's why I'm moving in that direction. That's why we have done this construction. I hope we're good. Moving ahead, yeah. So just to write the explanation a little bit, okay, just to write like how this is 90 degree, okay. So see, what's my explanation going to be? Okay, I'm going to write angle APB is equal to angle ABC because of corresponding angles. Sorry, AP. This is not B. This is APQ. Okay, you can write APQ or APO, anything. Yeah, APO is equal to angle APB because of corresponding angles. Yeah. Uh, Therefore, angle APO is equal to 90 degree. Okay, angle BPO is equal to 180 degree minus angle APO because of linear pair. So angle BPO is also equal to 90 degree. Now I have clarified the explanation of this angle and this angle, which means that's enough. Okay, now these two you just write similarly. Okay, these two you just write similarly because the exact same explanation, the exact same steps are involved. So it's acceptable if you write just similarly. So you just write similarly, angle DQO is equal to 90 degree and angle CQO is equal to 90 degree. Everyone okay with this explanation so far? Is there any confusion about this explanation? I want a thumbs up on screen from everyone. If you're interested, give me thumbs up. Otherwise, if you're not paying attention, it's fine. Mansa is not understanding this. Okay. So moving on. So angle DQO plus is 90 degree and angle CQ is 90 degree. That brings us to the stage where, okay, this means that this triangle is a right triangle. Okay, this means I can do something with OB square. I can do something with that. Yeah. So let's get to it. Yeah. So I will. So now I'm going to get into the main part of this thing. Okay. Now in right triangle, let's start. I'm going to start writing from here. Okay, because I think I'll not be able to see the diagram. Then it'll be confusing. Okay. So in right triangle, let's take OPB. Okay, in right triangle OPB, I have OB square is equal to BP square plus OP square. Okay, in right triangle OPB, I have this. That is, this is the 90 degree. This is my hypotenuse. So OB square is equal to BP square plus OP square. Okay, and I'm going to do this for all the four right triangles which are formed, which is for this one, and this one also. Okay, so I'm going to do this for all the four right triangles which are formed, because that will give me all of these things. Okay, it will give me all of these things. Yeah, so I'm going to, my goal is to write that on at least one side and no. Yeah, so I'm going to write, okay, this is OP square. So I have in right triangle OQD, in right triangle OQD, that is this particular one. Why am I taking OQD? Because I want OD on the left side. So I'm just first taking OD square. Okay. So OD square is equal to OQ square plus DQ square. Okay. In right triangle OQC, OQC is OQC, this particular right triangle, I have OC square. Okay. OC square is equal to OQ square plus OQ square plus CQ square. Okay. And then I have in right triangle OAP, I have OA square is equal to AP square plus OP square. Okay. So this gives us four equations, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now I want you to notice, to get to this equation. Okay. To get to this equation, what I need to do is I need to add OB square and OD square. Okay. Let's add this and see if right hand side automatically becomes this or not. Okay. So OB square plus OD square, I'm going to add equation 1 and 2. Okay. I'm going to add equation 1 plus equation 2. Okay. That gives us OB square plus OD square. which means I will have the left hand side of my to prove statement. Yeah, so I'm going to do that, and then let's see what turns up on the right side. So I have on the right side I have bp square plus op square, that is from this particular thing, bp square plus op square, plus this particular thing, that's plus oq square plus dq square. Okay, I hope this is good. Yeah, bp square plus op square plus oq square plus dq square. Okay, now comes the interesting part. Okay, now there is an interesting thing involved. Okay, there is something which you need to establish before moving ahead. Okay, now I can't do anything further right now unless I know one very important thing, which is, you see, there is this. So what are the squares which I have on the right side? Let's mark them. Okay, bp square is this one I have. Okay, op square is this one I have. Okay, and I have OQ square is this one I have, and DQ square is this one I have. Okay, these are the four things which I have on the right side of my equation. Now, what is here? Like, if I have to get to OC square plus OA square, right? I have to get to OA square plus OC square. I have to reach there, but it's not possible from what I have right now. Let's see. I hope you. I don't know if you guys are following me. OA square plus OC square पहुंचना है. OA square plus OC square is actually equal to OQ square plus CQ square plus AP square plus OP square. Okay, I'm going to mark these on the screen right now. Okay, I'm going to mark these on the diagram. This is how I'm thinking. Okay, I'm explaining you my thought process here. So OQ square is already there. Okay, OQ square is one of them. CQ square is this one. Okay, AP square is this one. Okay, and OP square is this one. Okay, anyone able to understand what, are you guys able to understand how I'm thinking here? Okay, see, on the right hand side I need this plus this, which means this plus this will not come directly, somehow this should come, but this also is not there right now. Right now on the right side here, right now on the right side I have these red ones, which is okay, two of them are already there, but this one, this green one and this green one are not there. Instead I have this red one and this red one. Okay, guys, how are you feeling about this so far? Can I get a fist in the chat box, please? How my thought process going? How are you feeling about this? Yeah, give me a fist in the chat box, please. Okay, so to finally reach a place where I am able to have these green things on the right side. Okay, that's my target. That's my target, because if I have these four green things, I can substitute these two from that. Okay, so that's where I'm trying for. Okay, now if you notice very carefully, is there some way? Okay, this is already there in green part also. Okay, this OP is there, no need to change this. OQ is there here, no need to change this. Okay, so I need to see if something can be done about these two to make them CQ and AP. Okay, to make them CQ square and AP square. And for that, if you observe very carefully, this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, which means this particular quadrilateral, sorry, wait, this, let me draw it with another color. This is 90 degree, this 90 degree already shown, which means this particular quadrilateral has to be a parallelogram, and a special type of parallelogram which is called rectangle. Okay, because adjacent angles are 90 degree here. Okay, so that gives us, okay, so that's the, so similarly this particular quadrilateral also has to be a rectangle. Okay, because this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, adjacent interior angles are 90 degree, means it's a it's a rectangle. Okay, it's a proof which we have done in the, it's a definition which you've seen in class 9th ka quadrilaterals chapter, by definition of a rectangle. Okay, so I'm going to go with that approach right now, and I'm going to pause this part here. Let's mark this as equation number 5. Okay, then I want you to look at this. Okay, look at this very carefully. In quadrilateral, let me write this on the left side, yeah, so that this can be written before also. In quadrilateral BPQC, okay, angle PBC is equal to angle BPC is equal to angle PQC is equal to angle QCB is equal to 90 degree, shown above. Yeah, this is already done. Therefore, BPQC is a rectangle. Okay, because all four interior angles are 90. Okay. Similarly, even ADQP is also a rectangle. Okay, I want us to give me a fist if you're following how I'm telling it's a rectangle. All four interior angles are 90. This is 90, which means this particular, by definition of rectangle, this is a rectangle. Okay, like all interior angles of a quadrilateral are 90 means it is a rectangle. Okay, actually any two are adjacent angles are 90 is enough actually. No, any two adjacent angles is not enough, because here it can be like this. Yeah, so yeah, any two adjacent angles are not enough, but we have all four interior angles is 90. So yeah, it is this is already given, this is already given, and this is we proved, here we proved, right? So we have all four interior angles as 90. Yeah, which means these two figures are rectangles. This is rectangle, this is a rectangle. Moving on. Okay, these two are rectangles. It means their opposite sides are equal. Okay, in a rectangle, opposite sides are equal, by like it's an important property. So here BP should be equal to QC. Yeah, so in place of BP I should be able to write CQ. Okay, that's where it's happening from. Okay, so let's write this first. BP will be equal to CQ, since BPQC is a rectangle, and also AP will be equal to DQ, since APQD is a rectangle. Okay, this we have shown above. So let's take this as equation 6, this is equation 7. Substituting 6 and 7 in 5, substituting 6 and 7 in 5, we are going to get, in place of BP, we will get CQ. Okay, we're going to write CQ. So this is going to be CQ square. Let's write OP square as it is, OP square, OQ square as it is, OQ square, plus in place of DQ, we are going to write, in place of DQ, we're going to write AP. So in place of DQ, we're going to write AP. That's going to be AP square here. So we have OB square plus OD square is equal to this. Yeah, left hand side I'm writing as it is. Now there's a little bit rearranging here, but you see finally I'm going to get, I have got all these four terms here and all these four terms. Let's just do a little bit of rearranging. CQ plus OQ we need. So CQ plus OQ will put together. Okay, and OP plus AP we need. OP square and AP square will put together. Okay, so we are going to do the CQ square plus OQ square plus OP square plus AP square. This is possible because addition is commutative. Now from equations 3 and 4, in place of this, we are going to write OC square, plus in place of this, we are going to write OA square. So OB square plus OD square is equal to OC square plus OA square, hence proved. That's question example number 14 for you, Manisha. How are you feeling, Manisha? Can I hear from you?
Yes.
Okay. Let me hear from everyone in the chat box, list to 5. How are you feeling about this question? See, many of these questions are like this, yeah. Many of the set of questions, like in this particular chapter, are like this, where you're just manipulating certain squares here and there. You just have to observe some small property like this. In this case, this triangle's property was, sorry, in this case, the rectangle property was there, which helped you identify that. Just show that it's a rectangle before. Like this is a small, simple proof, but it's heavily algebraic, if you can see. Like it's more of like manipulation of, okay, identifying, okay, which square to add with which square, if you have to subtract which square to subtract which square, and so on. Yeah, but it's fun, it's simple. Yeah, thank you, Deepak, for giving me a B's number also. Okay, all right, we're gonna take a 30-second break. 30 seconds. I'll just be back in 30 seconds. You can copy in that meantime. Yeah, I'll just come back in 30 seconds. You're not moving anywhere. Yeah. Right, guys. So this is a couple of. Sir, how did you get the idea of drawing a parallel line? Okay, Dinesh. So drawing a parallel line wala idea I'm getting because Dinesh, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the reason for that, okay, is if you observe this particular two proof statement, I have in this particular two proof statement, I have OB square plus OA square plus OD square plus OC square, right? Now something these four squares are involved, right, Dinesh?
Yes.
Now, if you take any one of that, okay, all four are similar only. It's a rectangle, some point in between, it's going to the corner, yeah. All four are similar. Let's take this one. Now, I need it to be part of some right triangle, no, Dinesh?
Yes,
Maybe
sir.
even not hypotenuse, but anything, at least side of a right triangle. But is it anything for, are you seeing any right triangle now without this parallel line?
No, sir.
Okay. So my mind is going, okay, I need some right triangle. I have to make this particular side a part of a right triangle. Okay. Right now, it is not part of any right triangle. Okay. But an easy way of forming a right triangle if I just draw one parallel line like this. Okay. You can also draw a parallel line like this. You can also draw a parallel line like this. Okay. This is also one thing which you can do. Same thing. Okay. You can write PQ here instead of that. Same process
Yes.
you'll follow. You'll end up following. You getting me? But
Yes, sir.
finally, you need a right triangle so that you can do this manipulation. You can do this OB square, OC square, and OD square and all. Okay. Without a right triangle, it won't happen. So my goal was to create a right triangle. For that, I made this parallel line. Okay, Dinesh?
Okay, sir. Yes.
Okay. How do people feel about the discussion with Dinesh just now? Good question, Dinesh. I really liked your question. I'm going to give you 5 points for this question. Okay. This is an important thing if you have not understood, which you should have asked, and I appreciate you asking that. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to move ahead. Yeah. This was example 14. Next thing which Manisha has asked is question number 7. Give me a minute, guys. Let me uh, just write down a list of what all we'll be doing now. All right, so let's start with 11. We're going to target these three, okay, and then we're going to see 11, 13, and 15, right? These three we're going to target here. Question number 11. An aeroplane leaves an airport and flies due north at the speed of 1,000 kilometers per hour. This is an amazing question, okay? Like if you do not have a sense of direction, this question is not possible. Yeah, like it is heavily dependent on an understanding of directions. So before we go into that question, I want to understand if how well are you guys, how well do you guys understand directions, north, south, east, west? How well do you guys understand directions? North, south, east, and west? Can I hear from anyone? Anyone can go ahead and tell me, or you can just type in the chat box. Maybe everyone can type. How do you feel your understanding of of directions is north, south, east, and west? I don't know. I have not taught you this. I taught some students earlier, but pretty good. You're saying? Okay. Dikshit, if your understanding of directions is not there, then probably that's could be the reason why your question is not clear.
No,
But
sir.
let's see. You feel you're good with directions, but you're not able to still understand the question.
No, sir. I asked you with your question. I have a little bit doubts. Sir. When you said how good are you with directions, sir? That one I'm not understanding. Sir.
My question is, Dikshit, okay, let me ask you something like that. Okay. Something much clearly. Okay. Let's think of it like this. Right now, suppose I am facing south. Okay. I am looking south. All of you can put yourself in my place. Think that you are looking south. Okay. If you have to look east, which side you should turn? Okay. I want the answer in the chat box privately. I am looking south. Okay. You all are looking south right now, wherever you're looking. Okay. Which side you should turn and for how many degrees? If, or you can even say not degrees, but just which direction you should turn if you have to face east. That's my question. How you should turn? Basically, you have to describe me how you should turn. Okay. Except using the words north, south, east, west, you have to describe. I want to look at east side, where I should turn. Okay, all of you think about this. You think you are sitting, you're facing south. Okay. Okay, everyone has sent their answers. Anyone else who would be interested in responding? Tulsi, I've not got a response from you. What do you guys think? Turn east, you cannot say. Obviously, I will turn east only. Where, where is east? How I should turn? You tell where I should turn. Yeah. Mansa. Okay. All right. So I'll tell you who all have sent correct answers. Okay. Manisha sent correct answer. Deepak sent correct answer. Deepak, maybe you can think about how much also, which side you've told is correct. And Nishchay said later he sent correct answer. Everyone else has sent me a wrong answer. Okay. So all the people who thought that I did not understand, Nishchay, what do you mean? So there are a lot of people in this class who think that they understand directions, but probably don't, or probably there is some confusion. Yeah. So let's look at what directions are. Okay. Now, before, like, this is an important opportunity. Now I'm going to deviate from maths a little bit here. Okay, a short deviation I'm going to take. Okay. Just to like clarify this. So we know that this is like, let's think of India. Okay, India. This is Rajasthan, Gujarat. I'm just going to draw roughly. Okay, Jammu Kashmir, and here we have Northeast, and this is India. Okay. Now, tell me, can I say that Delhi is here, Bangalore is here, right? Everyone okay?
Yes, sir.
Approximately, yeah. Can I say that Delhi is above Bangalore? Yes or no? Type in the chat box. Delhi is above Bangalore. Can I say that? Yes or no? Type in the chat box. I want private answers, preferably. I want yes or no only, okay? Can I say Delhi is above Bangalore, or can I say Bangalore is below Delhi? Either of these two things. Okay. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so MG, you have written it absolutely correctly. Okay, Deepak and Riza, I'm not going to tell because you wrote it for everyone. Asgar, you're good, but how? Okay, Dikshit, Nishchay, Bindu, Dilruba, Dikshit, Asgar, Dinesh. All of you are wrong. All of you are absolutely, absolutely wrong. The word above and below cannot be used in this case. MG is the only person who has responded very correctly. Delhi is north of Bangalore. Delhi is north of Bangalore and Bangalore is south of Delhi. The word above and below cannot be used at all in this case. Okay. It cannot be used. Delhi is north of Bangalore. Bangalore is south of Delhi. Delhi is above Bangalore का मतलब क्या होगा? On top of our heads, that is in the sky, Delhi is there. Okay, that's the meaning of Delhi is above Bangalore. Is Delhi above on top of our heads? No. Delhi is on the land towards the direction north. It is not above us. Same way, Bangalore is not sitting below Delhi. It's not underground Delhi. It is, if we from Delhi, you should walk southwards direction and you will reach Bangalore. Okay. Above, below is different from north and south. Okay. Above, below is height wise. Okay. It's like altitude wise. Okay. Right now, Delhi, if Delhi is on top of our head, we'll tell Delhi is above Bangalore. It's not the case. Okay. There are other ways also in which in geography you use in terms of sea level, but I did not give any such reference in the question. So sea level wala thing is also not here. Okay. Yes, Deepak. Very good, Deepak. Deepak has got an important points there. Deepak is saying, sir, can I say directions are only for 2D? They are for 3D also, Deepak, but you think of it in a way that the earth is a three-dimensional figure, but on the surface only we will do these directions. Deepak, are you getting me? So it is like 2D only. Deepak, are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is mostly it's the application is 2D only. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you, I'm going to teach you some important thing about directions right now. Okay. I don't know if you guys already know this or not. Okay. This is coming back to this part. Okay. So this, what is important to this question for that? Okay. Now here, let's leave this part. Okay. Above, below, if this is clear for you, good. If this is not, talk to me separately. Okay. Now here, we know that the sun rises in this direction. This is east. Okay, that's our focal, that's our main way of finding out which direction it is. Okay, like for a normal person, we don't know, we cannot find any other three directions normally without using some instruments or some magnetic compass or something like that. So you will look at the sun and find out where it is. Okay, now all of you must know where sun rises in your area, right? Do you know where sun rises in your area? Which direction sun rises from in your area, in your own house? Yeah. Deepak does not know. Okay. What about others? Like anyone has morning while going to school 8 o'clock, which direction sun is there? 8 o'clock is good enough to find. Yeah. Now, so wherever sun rises, okay. Now that is the east direction. Now for all of us, we are going to be facing this side. If we face the side, if we face that direction east, all of us are going to be facing this side. Okay, so this is my east direction. Okay, Now you're facing east. So my question, so this is east, here it's north, here it's south, and here it's west. Okay. West is the opposite of where, west is where sun sets. Okay. This is a common thing. Okay. This is a very simple common thing. Now my question to you was, you are facing south. Okay. I told you to assume that you are facing south. Which direction you should turn? So my body is here, my eyes are looking this direction. Okay. My eyes are looking this direction. I asked you which direction I should turn so that I face east. This was my question. So if I'm facing south, see, I'm facing south here. East is where? East is this side. Can anyone answer right now which direction you will turn? I'm going to turn, if I'm facing south, I'm going to turn this side. Yeah, I want you to see me here. Okay, I'm facing south, I'm going to turn this side, right? This is east for me. So I'm turning to my left side, my left shoulder, not my right side. I'm turning to my left side. Behind me is north and towards my right is west. Okay. I would encourage you to do this exercise again and again. Okay. In your free time, think, okay, go and find out where the sun rises, sun sets. Figure out where your north, south, east, west in your area are. When you go to visit some place, maybe some mall or some school, or you go to school or you go to some playground, there you see where sun is rising, where sun is setting, where is east, west, north, south. Think then where your house will be, because your house is in a different place, it's facing somewhere else. Okay, so maybe do this as an exercise for yourself. Okay, Dilruba, I may have missed it if you said left. I am sorry, Dilruba, you were right. You were one of the people who were right. Yeah. Okay. There's one thing I'll really encourage you, something really important to build our sense of direction. You will also start noticing that the sun keeps shifting. It does not rise from the same place. Our east keeps on moving here and there. Dikshit, it's not 45-degree Dikshit. Okay. You're wrong. Why? Okay. Now see here. This particular if I have to turn this much, how much am I turning, Dikshit? How much am I turning? Yeah, I am turning 90 degree. This is 90 degree. Then I am turning 90 degree again. Then I am turning 90 degree again. Then I am turning 90 degree again. A complete rotation of 360 degrees will make me face south again. Are we good, Dikshit?
Yeah, sir. Got it.
Yeah. Okay, so 90 degrees turn you have to take. We good so far, everyone? This thing where north is, from there where east is, where west is, where south is. Okay, it should be imprinted in your mind. It should not be, there should be no confusion about this. Okay, this is like class 7th geography. Okay, class 6th, 7th ka geography textbook this contains this. But I understand if you are not yet comfortable with this, but this is a very, very important life skill, guys. Okay, it's not something related to maths at all, not something important in maths at all. Maybe one question might come, but it's a life skill. Okay, to be able to use a magnetic compass, to be able to understand where you're looking, means which direction you have to turn for north, for south, for east, for west. Even Google Maps gives direction like this. Okay, head south towards National Highway 45, something like that. Okay, so you need to be very, very good with directions. It's a very, very important skill to have. Okay. Now here, this particular thing, you just need to understand this much. Okay. Just remember like this. If you are looking east, okay, that's something you should remember. Okay. If you are looking east, your eyes are facing this direction. If you're looking east, north is on your left. North is on my left. Okay. And south is on my right. South is on my right. Obviously, west is behind you. Looking east. This is the best way to remember. Okay. Looking east. Why? Because think of it like you're looking at the morning sun. Okay. You're looking at when the sun is getting up. Okay. If you prefer to understand by looking, so just one place you by heart. I am looking east means left is north, right is south. Okay. No need to by heart. Like if you just spend some time exploring this in using Google Maps also a little bit, using your own free time, looking at where the sun rises, where it sets, and that means what are the other directions, it should be good. Yeah. Or just if you like by heart. Yeah. Now this particular thing, guys, it's very important to understand. This is a top view. You remember top view, guys? Remember top view side view, all of that we did. Yeah. This is a
Yes,
top view. Okay. Your eyes, your body is facing this side. Okay. If you're looking east, your body is facing this side. You will not move up and down. Okay. Up is flying in the air, down is going inside ground. That is not, we are not concerned about that. In that plane, in that two-dimensional plane, when we turn left, we will go north. When we turn right, we will go south. How are we feeling about this? Fist to 5 in the chat box, please. How are we feeling about directions now? Fist to 5 in the chat box. Type also whether you learned something new right now or not. Okay. It's an important understanding to have. This is a top view. Okay. This is a top view, which means only for one plane. From top, if we see, we are understanding north, east, south, west. Not just 55. I want to understand how you're feeling, if you have learned something new or not right now. Has there been some improvement in your understanding or not? Or if this is like something which you really knew before, I want to hear that also. Okay. I want to hear that also. I'm glad to know, Dilruba. It is something which I really, really appreciate when people know this. Like very, very good, Dilruba. It seems like you have spent some time trying to figure this out. Yeah. Glad to know that, Manisha. Yeah, both of you had given me correct answers earlier. Okay, glad to know that, Deepak. Okay. All right. So you're going to move on. We're going to move into this particular question. Okay. Now, whenever you have a question like this, okay, if there is any confusion in your mind, okay, if there's any confusion, just do this. Okay. North, east, west, south. Just draw this and keep. This is something which you need to, this is the only thing which you need to buy hard, probably. Maybe not even buy hard. It's like if you spend some few days wondering about this, this is not something real, right? This is again something which is created by humans, right? This is something which we have created to understand the world, to be able to talk about the world. We have created this, right? If you spend some time wondering about this a little bit, okay, seeing like its implications, so many implications it has in your life, this will get like imprinted in your mind. Okay, you will never have any doubt about this. Okay, let's move on to this question now. An airplane leaves an airport and flies. So this is an airport. Okay, there is an airport. So I have to consider the airport as the starting point. Okay, from the airport, one airplane is leaving north and it is going at the speed of 1,000 kilometers per hour. Okay, at the same time, another aeroplane is leaving and flies due west. Okay, I'm just going to, so in your diagram, just put one thing like this. Okay, just mark north and keep. In a map, they usually just mark north. That is enough, because if you mark north, automatically you know this is east, this is south, this is west. No need to mark anything else. North is commonly the only thing which is marked in a map. Okay, that's another thing if you don't know. So please, 1 second. Okay, we're back here. So that's 1,000 kilometers per hour speed is going north. That's plane one. Another airplane leaves same time and flies due west. West means this direction at the speed of 1,200 kilometers per hour. Okay. The important thing to note here is they are traveling at 90 degrees to each other. So we can do something about Pythagoras theorem. Okay. But let's see now, how far apart will the two planes be after 1.5 hours? Okay. So basically, first we have to find out how much they would have traveled in 1.5 hours. Okay, 1.5 hours, in 1 hour it's going 1,000, so 1.5 hours it's going to go 1,500. So it will be somewhere here, 1,500 kilometers away. Okay, I'm just going to draw another diagram here. Okay, so This will be somewhere here. So this is my, so I'm drawing a diagram for the distance now. Okay, this was for the speed. So for distance 1500 kilometers, plane A has traveled, and plane B would have traveled 1800 kilometers. Is there anyone who does not follow how I got these numbers? Is there anyone who does not follow how I got these numbers? I'll just do it for you. Okay, so time is equal to 1.5 hours. If speed is equal to 1000 kilometer per hour, so distance of plane A, I'm going to mark, okay, distance of plane A is equal to 1000 into 1.5, that's equal to 1500 kilometer, and plane B speed is equal to 1200 kilometer per hour. So plane B ka distance is equal to 1200 into 1.5 is equal to 1800 kilometers. Okay, so first plane has traveled 1500 kilometers, second plane has traveled 1800 kilometers. From where? From the airport. Okay, let's call X as the airport. Okay, from here they have traveled. Plane A has reached point Y and plane B has reached point Z. They are asking us how far apart will the two planes be? How far apart will the two planes be? The distance between the two planes is how? Which line segment will be the distance between two planes? Manisha?
Sir, hypotenuse.
Which line segment? Can you label it?
Sir, ZY.
ZY. This is the distance, because whenever you say distance between two, how far apart? We have to find the shortest distance, right? And the shortest distance is the line segment between the 2 points. We good so far?
Yes, sir.
Anyone has a confusion about this? Can I get, yes, displacement, exactly, Dikshit. We have to find the displacement because it's asking how far apart, which means exactly how far apart, not like you have to walk and go in that path, right? That's not what it's asking. I think exactly shortest distance will be what, yeah? Can I get a fist to 5 so far in the chat box from everyone? Fist to 5 in the chat box. It's going to move us to in right triangle YXZ. I will have YZ square is equal to XY square plus ZXZ square. This is because of Pythagoras theorem. Because basically this understanding comes because north and west are at right angles to each other. Okay, north and west are at right angles to each other. That's what is giving us this particular understanding. Okay, that's what is giving us this particular understanding. So we have on the right side we have XY is 1500 square, XZ is 1800 square, YZ square. Okay, so YZ square is equal to 15 squares are 225, 0, 0, 0, 0. 18 squares are how much? Anyone remembers? 18 square is 3. Let me do it. 18 into 18. I don't remember actually.
324, sir.
Huh? 320.
324.
Okay, so 324 0, 0, 0, 0. Why am I writing 4 zeros? Because there are 2 zeros here. If I square, I'll get 4 zeros. 324 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So that gives me 324 plus 225. 4 zeros are in both. So I'm going to write that. 5 plus 4 is 9. 2 plus 2 is 4. 3 plus 2 is 5. 49 0, 0, 0, 0. YZ square. So YZ is equal to 549 0, 0, 0, 0 plus square root. How do we find the square root? It's going to be positive square only, root because like it's a distance. So 549 0, 0, 0, 0. Now you do this, okay? Prime factorization. You can do prime factorization, but I'm thinking already you know 100 and 100 are there. So let's first remove 100 and 100. Okay. I'm saying let's not do this. Let's do it like this. Root over 549 into 100 into 100. So that from this 100 and 100 will come out. Let's do only 549 now. Okay. So we're going to do only 549. So 549 plus, let's do what will it go? It goes by 3. So I'm going to go 3 ones are 24, 8s are 9 3s are. Okay. It goes by 3 again. So it goes 61 and 61 is a prime number. 61 is a prime number if you don't remember, you can try out different things and see. So you will get 100 into root over 549, 3 into 3 into 61. So that will be 3 again, 1 3 I can take out. So 100 into 3 into root 61. So that's equal to 300 root 61 kilometers. You don't have to find root 61. Don't worry about that. You can leave it just like this. Okay. So that's our discussion. Is prime. Yeah. Dikshit, I did not understand what did you find nice?
So the taking out hundreds.
Yeah, taking out 100 was good. No, otherwise you'll send out 2 5 2 5 2 5 2 5 10 times you'll do. Okay, but if you see here only, you can say, okay, 4 zeros are there, means 100 into 100 is there. So just take that off. Yeah, makes your work very, very easy. Can I get a Festify in the chat box now, please? So this 100 and this 100, I'm taking one single 100 off. So remaining only 500. I'm doing 500. Say 61. I think I kind of remember that 61 is a prime number because I've done it. Maybe you might not. It might not come to your mind directly. So you see, it's clearly not going by 2. It's not going by 3. It's not going by 4. 5 also it's not going. It's not going by 6. 7 also it's not going. 7 it's not going because 56 is going by 7. 7 it's not going. 9 it will, don't worry, try only prime numbers. So then other prime numbers are not going. So then you have 11. 11 it's not going because 11 to 66 is going. 13 it's not going because 13 to 65 is going. 17 it's not going because 17 say 51 is going. 19 it's not going because 19 say 81 is going, and 57 is going. So like that, I mean, maximum try till like 30, half of it. Actually, you need to try only till the square root of this, but you can try till 30. Yeah, you'll find that it's not going with everyone. So just, and this thing won't take time because all of these are small chintu numbers, so it should not take time. You should be able to quickly realize that root 61 is prime and then close it. Okay, that's our solution, guys. Very simple question. Speed into distance is the only thing which you need to use here. Yeah. Moving on to the next question here then. Question number, one second, let me put this. So the next question which we have as doubts is question number 13, right? D and E are points on sides CA, and let me copy the question. Is the question visible for people?
Yes, sir.
Okay. D and E. Let me draw the diagram now. Now this thing's diagram is not given, but it's going to be simple. Like you just look at it properly and draw. Okay. The D and E are points on the sides A, CA, and BC of triangle ABC. So first I read the question. I see that there's a triangle ABC right angle at C. Okay. So that gives me a triangle ABC. A right angle at C. It's important to note this very carefully. Okay. Don't by habit don't put B as the right angle here. So ABC. D is on AC. Okay, so D is on AC. D is on AC. Anywhere, right? Because they're not given where it is. E is on CB. E is on CB. Anywhere. Okay, your choice. E is on CB. Okay, prove that AE square plus BD square is equal to AB square plus DE square. So let me just draw this. This is BD square, and let me draw it. I don't need it's given. And this is this. Okay. Manisha, this is your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And, how many, this is a 2 proof part. You can write the given part as it is. Okay. Anyone who has done this and would like to do this with me on the board quickly? Manisha, do you feel you have some idea now after we have discussed the example question, or you feel even right now you would like me to do this on the board?
Sir, you only do, sir. I'm not getting any idea.
Okay. Riza, you want to do it?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, Riza. Yeah.
Sir, first we will join. Yes, sir. We'll join DE and
We'll
DP.
join DE. Okay, we need DE also, right? Yeah. So we need DE also.
DE.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. And
Okay, all the things in the question is something we have, right? We have
yes.
AE, we have BD, we have BAB, and we have DE. Okay, continue, Riza. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, now we can by using Pythagoras theorem, sir,
Mm-hmm.
we can say in triangle ACE, sir, AE square is equal to AC square plus C square, sir. And then in triangle DCE, similarly we'll do it for triangle DCE, DCB and ABC, sir. For everything Pythagoras.
DCE, right triangle, DCB,
And ABC.
main triangle, no? ABC. Okay. तो फटाफट बोल दो DCE में क्या है? DE square is
DE square
equal
is
to
equal to DC square plus CE square.
DC square plus CE square. Okay.
Yes, sir. And BD square is equal to DC square plus BC square.
Plus BC square. Okay.
And AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square.
Okay.
Yes,
Perfect.
sir. And now we will add equation 1 and 3, sir.
1 and 3. Yeah.
Because we
want.
need BD on one side. Sir.
Very good. Very good. Riza, Manisha, you're following. There's nothing. It's actually a very simple question. AE square plus BD square have to get 2. So AE square plus BD square will give me. So I'm adding 1 and 3. 1 plus 3 will give me AE square plus BD square is equal to AC square plus CE square plus DC square plus BC square.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. And
This
then we will add
this.
2 plus 4. Sir.
Yeah. Tell.
We'll add equation 2 and 4, sir. We can mark this equation also as 5, sir.
It's not needed to add. No, we can just rearrange this here. Okay, actually you want, you can do like how you were saying also. Chalo, let's do like you're saying.
Yes, sir. And we'll add 2 plus 4, sir. Then
BD square plus AB square. Oh, no, sorry. DE square plus AB square. DE square plus AB square is equal to
DC square plus C square plus AC square plus BC square.
okay.
Yes, sir. We'll mark this, sir. Like from 5 and 6, we can see the right hand side. No, sir. It is addition is commutative, but everything is the same, sir.
AC square, DC square, DC square, CE square, BC square, BC square. So basically my left hand side, which is this one and this one, also has to be same. So from 5 and 6.
I can say that both are same.
5 and 6. I have AE square plus BD square is equal to DE square plus AB square. Manisha?
Clear, sir.
It's a very simple question, no?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, Dilruba, doubt hai?
Sir, ACD is a line, no, sir.
Sorry, ACD nahi hai ye. This is ACB, okay? This is ACB. Sorry, Dilruba, my mistake, yeah? ठीक है अभी दिलरुबा?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Manisha, this is all these questions are like this only. Okay, you want me to do the 15th one now?
Sir, I'll try it on my own, sir.
Okay, Riza, do you think the 15th one is as simple, or do you think it will have some more?
Even I did not do 15th one, sir.
You also did not do 15th one. You also did not care to send me.
I forgot. Sir, it was late night.
Okay, let's take the 15th one here. In equilateral triangle ABC, D is a point on BC such that anyone who has done the 15th one would like to do it with me? Equilateral triangle means we know 60 degree and all of that. Yeah. And equilateral triangle. Anyone who has done this would like to do this with me? A, B, C. D is a point on the side BC, such that BD is equal to 1 by 3 BC. So if I break this into 3 parts, this is D. Okay. BD is equal to 1 by 3 BC. Okay, so this is BD. Prove that 9 AD square is equal to 7 AB square. Cool. It's a good question. But I'm going to leave you guys to think about this, okay? Like, depending on what all we have done so far. Right, we're near the end of this class, and I want to share with you the plan for our for the rest of the week, which is important.